content in the news. Gathering around the television to watch the news with your family is no longer safe. Many violent or gruesome videos and images are shown that can be traumatic for young children and even some adults to see. I once saw a video on the news of a policeman violently beating up a man, all because he was black. To this day, I still remember the pictures of his bruised and bloody face. I am proposing that the government set up rules and regulations concerning the visual images shown on these stations. My first reason is because the people shown in the videos are someone's family members. Not only is there a breach in confidentiality, but the family members have to relive that experience every time the image is shown. An example of this are the videos from 9/11. There was a video of a man jumping from the burning building and falling to his death. How do you think his family feels having to watch those videos? Isn't knowing that he died such a horrible death hard enough? A study by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology shows that the most memorable images are those with people in them. My second reason is because once you see an image, you can never forget it. There's a difference between hearing something and seeing something. If you hear a news report, you're most likely to forget it within a few weeks. But if you see a news report, it can take years to forget, although most of the time, you never do. Studies show that there are 3 stages to creating a memory. The first stage is the sensory storage. Images stay here for a fraction of a second before moving on to a short-term memory. From there, a long-term memory is created through repetition. Therefore, when news stations show images multiple times of crimes and news reports, a long-term memory is created. The youth is greatly influenced by negative school violence. They can begin to fear going to school and become hesitant, and some may even drop out. Another thing that affects the youth is copycat crimes. How many of you have seen a news report of a school shooting? Okay, so most of you. Did you know that the first school shooting was in 1979 by a 16-year-old girl named Brenda Spencer? She killed 2 people and injured 9, and her reasoning was because she just didn't like Mondays. Images create many emotions in people and cause people to act irrationally. My last reason is because young children see PG-13 rated material. They are exposed to potentially harmful information, which increases their stress level. A study by the American Psychology Association shows that negative violence on the news can affect behavior of children. WebMD says, researchers found non-aggressive children who had exposure to high levels of media violence had similar patterns of activity in the brain linked to self-control and attention as aggressive children who had been diagnosed with disruptive behavior disorder. Children also begin to fear things they cannot change. An example of this is the recent news report of North Korea threatening to send an airstrike. Even if children don't understand the news report, it can still be scary for them to see the pictures and images of the soldiers marching. Fear of an airstrike is like fearing a tornado. Even though you push the thought to the back of your mind and hope it doesn't happen, you have to keep glancing up at the sky every once in a while to make sure everything's okay. Inappropriate content shown on the news should be regulated by the government because of the harmful effects it has on society. Some of the few reasons include the sensitivity of family members, the inability to forget an image, and young children see PG-13 rated material. If the government would set up these rules and regulations, much fear and worry could be avoided.